and so that's the next circle of motivation. But most of my colleagues are going to be motivated because they don't know these billionaires and they're clueless as to how our intelligence apparatus works. So most of my colleagues who are trying not to vote on the Epstein files just simply don't want to get on the wrong side of Trump. That's their entire motivation here, because their reelection hinges on being in good graces, and that again is one of the reasons the billionaire class is running attack ads on me right now, is to keep the other congressmen cowering on this issue. So those are your three motivations. Embarrassment at the center level. I think this could implicate how our national security apparatus operates outside the law or the Constitution, in much the way Edward Snowden had revelations. There could be revelations that big in these Epstein files. And then the next circle is the billionaires who don't want to get embarrassed because they've been playing in this little swamp and operate outside law. But the biggest circle around all of that is just people who are scared to go against the administration and Trump, and that might include Pam Bondi.
And go ahead. Yeah, I see. I appreciate the answer. But I guess my next question would be, why do you think none of them were calling for it to be released then? Because I saw tweets from you back in the day when Biden was in office that you were calling for it to be released. So it doesn't apply to you. But, if it's not to go against Trump, why do you think they weren't calling for it in the 4 years that Biden was in office or when Trump actually arrested Epstein in 2019?
Well, I'm talking about Republicans, first of all. Like, for Democrats, with the exception of Ro Khanna and some people who are genuinely motivated on the Democrat side of the aisle, a lot of them are hoping that Trump gets snared up in this. So that's their motivation. By the way, something else I wanted to say on this space is people, a lot of times in comments on my posts, they're like, well, why don't you just talk to Trump, or why don't you just talk to Pam Bondi? You're assuming I haven't. Like, I do. I have. I asked Pam Bondi for these files in a private dinner in April. Because I'm on the Judiciary Committee, we went over to her office and had dinner, and it was very nice. And we were each kind of, we went around the table. Members of the Judiciary Committee could